Hello, everyone, and happy holidays. I'm David Riggleman, Communications Director for the City of Las Vegas. Thanks for joining us for Access City Council. On this show, we'll be talking about Ward 4, and the councilman who represents this ward, Councilman Stavros Anthony, joins me now. Councilman, welcome. How are you?
Great time of year. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, exchanging presents. You know, it's being with the family. It's really it's a good time of year. I love this. When we all get together and celebrate.
My son always says this is the best time of the year right now.
It is.
So even better than summer.
The weather's nice. It's cooled down a little cold at night, but it's good time. And there's lots of stuff happening in the city, of course.
Busy. We're going to talk about that today. But first, we'll show everybody where Ward 4 is located, give you your bearings here a little bit. If you're not exactly familiar with the area of town we're talking about, it's the area, of course, with the big 4 on it. It's north of Summerlin Parkway, roughly, and west of US 95. It's probably the best way to describe where Ward 4 is located. If you live in that area, work in that area, then you're in the city limits of the city of Las Vegas. As we said, you're represented by Councilman Stavros Anthony in Ward 4 there. Very nice.
Yeah, and there's almost no empty land left. It's pretty much built out.
I know.
There's some great communities to live in, and if you want a great place to live, come to Ward 4 in the city of Las Vegas.
We've got some great places. You've got Desert Shores, you've got Sun City, a lot of great communities in Ward 4, so no question about it. Well, you know, before we get into the city stuff, all this city stuff, I'm going to talk about something even more important than that. You're a grandpa. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's my first one. I know. It's pretty amazing.
And you're so young still.
I appreciate you saying that, but I know all those people out there that are watching this the first time they have a grandchild. I ended up with a grandson, my daughter and my son-in-law just 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And a great little boy, and got to see him over Thanksgiving, and you forget how small those little cretins are, you know.
Well, let me show you everybody out there, I'll show you what you posted on Facebook. This was great. You said, my son-in-law holding my new grandson. I'm officially a grandfather, or in Greek, Bapu, right? Congratulations, Irene and Cameron. And now, what's the little guy's name?
Hayden.
Hayden
Robert Smith. That's my son-in-law right there. That's actually the next day. They're still in the hospital, and that's what grandfather's called in Greek, is Bapu. So Bapu for the grandfather, and Yaya for the grandmother.
Very good. And for those that don't know, you are of Greek heritage. Your family comes from the island of Cyprus.
So we had a big fat Greek birth there, you know. and he's healthy. My daughter's healthy, and thank you for the congratulations. And I'm sure there'll be more to come.
You had tons of congratulations. We go ahead and show some of what people followed up with on social media after you posted. We saw this from Judy. She said, congratulations. Wait a little before sneaking any candy to him. That's good advice from Judy.
All right, I'll wait 2 weeks.
Yes, a couple weeks is good. Steve Polk said, congratulations. Jen Davies said, congratulations, Councilman. Very exciting. And Len Corsetti, one of your old friends, said, congrats. Welcome to the club.
Yeah, you know, that's the great thing about Facebook. Len Corsetti was my lieutenant when I was a cadet at Wayne State University. This is probably 40 years ago, and be able to have somebody like that reach out to you in Facebook and, you know, kind of remind you of the olden days, and for him to come out and congratulate me for being because I was probably 22 years old when I worked for him. So we're all getting up there in age, David, and
right there with you.
That's an absolute blessing. So I know there's folks out there that have 5, 10, 15 grandkids. This is my first one, and I'm really proud of the kid. And,
well, that's why we wanted to make a big deal of it on this show.
You.
I mean, city stuff's important, but the new grandkid, now that's really important.
Now, my wife doesn't want, I'm not sure what he's going to call my wife, whether it's grandma or yaya, but I'll let them figure all that out.
It all works itself out soon enough.
Well, thank you for recognizing
Congratulations. All right, well, now to the official stuff here. So, always happy when a new business opens in the city, especially since the recession. We've had our share of tough times here, but now we're starting to see things open up. You had a new restaurant. You've had a bunch of new places open in your ward, bakeries and restaurants, and so we're starting to see this again. You posted this on Facebook. You said, presenting a certificate of recognition to Chef Baldino for opening his new restaurant in Desert Shores, Americana Great Cuisine. So tell me about this place.
Well, Chef Blandino's been around in Las Vegas for a while. He's an absolutely outstanding chef. He's worked on the Strip, and he decided to open up his own restaurant. And he picked I mean, what a fabulous location. It's in Desert Shores. It's right on there, Desert Shores Lake there. Beautiful views of the water. It's an absolutely first-class restaurant, Americana Cafe. So check it out. Not only is the food fabulous, but the ambiance, and if it's nice out, you can sit outside and the water's out there.
It's great.
And he's a great chef. So, and you're right, to see somebody like that open up their own business that they're proud of, that they're a stakeholder in. When I met him out there, I gave him a certificate of appreciation. He was just really proud to open up his own restaurant.
Well, Councilman, that area over there now, you've got this restaurant, Americana, and then you've also got, is it Marché Bacchus? Is that how you pronounce it?
Marché Bacchus,
Bacchus, yeah.
has been there. That's been a staple in Desert Shores for a long time. There's a tavern that's right there. So Desert Shores,
some nice dining right there.
It's a great little community in Desert Shores, and there's I believe a wedding a place where you can have a wedding there.
Right there on the lake.
So take a drive up there in Desert Shores. It's a great little community, and we have to support our small businesses.
Absolutely.
That's really a big deal. So come out and support Chef Blandino and check out his food. You're not going to be disappointed.
Now, Americana, I take it the food is kind of an American cuisine there?
It's American kind of fancy cuisine. It's he does some different things that you may not find in a regular restaurant that kind of exciting. He changes the menu on a regular basis. So
check it out.
But like you said at the beginning, a business and open up in Las Vegas is just a great thing.
Love to see
the economy's coming back. So
and we needed it. Believe me, as we all know, those are some tough years there. Councilman, let's talk about CALEA. You're still on the board for CALEA, and I'll have to remind everyone what CALEA stands for. It's CALEA. That stands for?
It's the Commission on the Accreditation of Law Enforcement Agencies. So I'm honored to sit on a board with about 30 law enforcement professionals all over the United States. And what we do is we accredit police departments. So a police department that wants to say they are the best in the nation, they have the best practices, they have the most recent practices, they have the best policy and procedures, they can tell their community that the way they do that is to become accredited. And it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's a 2 to 3 year process to get your documentation together, your policies and procedures, to do an on-site. And we have 3 conferences a year where we recognize departments that are either have their initial accreditation or they've been reaccredited. And the most recent one was in Charleston, South Carolina. Really nice city. And we recognized about 300 police departments.
Wow.
Like I said, these are the best departments in the country. So if there are police departments out there that want to say that, it's important that they get accredited through CALEA, because then they have that stamp. It's the gold seal for law enforcement. And proud to say the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department has really 4 of them. The 4 that are available for the police department, the academy, the communications center, and the detention facility.
Terrific.
Very few departments in the country have all 4 of those accreditations. So we should be proud of our own police department for having that. And our own Department of Public Safety for the city of Las Vegas,
about that,
they're going through the accreditation process right now. So they've applied, they're meeting with the CALEA representatives, and hopefully I will be on the city council to recognize them in one of our cities as becoming an accredited law enforcement agency. So, kudos to Chief Freeman for going through that process, because it's
hard.
It's not easy. You really have to put yourself out there, and you may have policies and procedures that are really not well written, but now they will be. And I'm glad our department is going through that process.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Councilman, we should also let everybody know, too, remind everyone that you're a retired Metro police captain. You had 29 years in with the department, retired as a captain. So you know what you're talking about. You've seen a thing or two over the years.
I have. After 29 years, I had a great career, and it's great to be retired. Actually, I'm not actually retired. I'm kind of semi-retired.
I know you have a foot still in the door.
I still stay pretty busy, but it was a great
and this
career.
council job, it's
Exactly.
got a little bit going on, too. So we're glad that you decided to come over and serve on the city council instead. So, Councilman, shift gears here a little bit. Let's talk about Mayor's Cup. Big deal, big tournament, happens 2 times a year. fall around Nevada Day, and then it happens over the President's Day weekend. Younger kids in the fall, right, Councilman? Older kids in the spring. And the tournament this weekend took place again right around that Nevada Day holiday. Right. We always have hundreds and hundreds of teams from all over the world participating.
We actually had about 500 teams. It grows every year. Wow. 500 teams from not only the United States but all over the world. We have teams from Canada and Mexico and South America and Europe. And these are some. First of all, they're playing in one of the best soccer facilities in the United States, as far as I'm concerned. Right. Yeah, in my ward. I mean, our city folks do a fabulous job making sure these fields are in world-class shape, and you have these kids that are out there that are playing on these great fields. It's great competition. They're really fighting to win their particular division. It's boys and girls, and culminates in championship games. And somebody's going to come in number one, and somebody's going to be the runner-up, and we hand out trophies. And I'm proud to say we had a bunch of our local teams that were champions and that were runner-ups, and I was honored to recognize them at our city council meeting.
December 7th, right?
Yeah, and we give each one of our local team players a certificate of recognition with their name on it, signed by the mayor and the entire city council. And you can see we brought them to City Hall, and we took a picture with them and recognized them and put them on television and make sure our kids in our city of Las Vegas know we're proud of what they did. But we're really proud of all those kids that show up. They come from all over the world to play in some great soccer, and they're eventually going to grow up and get older and become college players and eventually go pro.
Yeah, many of them will, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Councilman, this is a big economic impact for our city too, isn't it?
Millions of dollars. Yeah. I mean, don't go by Tenay and Lake Mead during the Mayor's Cup, because there are.
Don't try to find a place to eat over there either.
Not. The people are spending money, but they're renting cars, they're staying in hotel rooms, they're buying food. It's a big economic engine for Southern Nevada, when it's not only the players but the parents and the coaches and the referees. This is a big enterprise, and it turned into like 20 teams, some 20 years ago. And it's going to get bigger every year. We're probably, I don't want to say we're going to outgrow it one day. We're going to try to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, it's one of the premier youth soccer tournaments in the whole world now. And it's right here in Las Vegas.
And it's right in Ward 4.
Right in Ward 4.
Proud to have them.
Exactly. More importantly, right in the center of Ward 4. Exactly right. Councilman, also at City Council, you recognized a group recently. I had never even heard of this group. It's called LEAP, L-E-A-P. Stands for Lower Extremity Amputation Prevention. Is that right?
That's correct.
And this group is doing some great work out there to help people who are fighting typically diabetes, right?
Yes. So the LEAP Alliance has been around for a while. Dr. Rubin has been the head of it, and I wanted to recognize them for the work they've done in our community. But more importantly, at our city council meeting, I was recognizing a group of individuals that started the Las Vegas Lions Diabetes Wellness Club. So it's a Lions Club specifically dealing with diabetes wellness. And they've taken this opportunity to form this Lions Club to make more awareness for diabetes and the issues with diabetes. And they've come together with Dr. Rubin to put together a diabetes wellness clinic in Summerlin Hospital, free of charge, where a lot of our seniors, or really anybody, can go there and get a wellness checkup, find out if they have diabetes, what they can do to be to live a healthier life under diabetes. And I was honored to recognize them and the work that they're doing, really to save lives and make the quality of life for people a lot better.
So many diabetics, if they can't get a hold of their condition, you're exactly right. They're talking about having feet,
they
legs
can have
amputated.
Right, absolutely. Right. So to have all these people that want to volunteer to help people with diabetes it shows what a great community that we live in. So hats off to them, and that's why I wanted to recognize them at the city of Las Vegas.
And good for you, bringing attention to a group that a lot of us had not heard of before. So kudos to you for making us aware.
Go to Summerlin Hospital, find the clinic, and see what they can do to help you if you have diabetes or you suspect you have diabetes and want to live a better life.
Don't mess with that. Yeah, don't mess around with it, for sure. Councilman, Las Vegas, great place for veterans. We have a great veterans memorial now, but we really do it upright for Veterans Day all the way around. Tons of events. I want to talk about a few of these, some in your ward, some just in the city in general. You posted this on Facebook. You said, what a great day for a parade in downtown Las Vegas to honor our veterans. God bless America. Is that you on top of there?
Yeah, that's the new grandfather riding on top of Big Red.
All right.
At the Veterans Day Parade. If you haven't been to our Veterans Day Parade, you're really missing
it's a big deal.
Fabulous. I mean, there are so many people that show up for this. It's absolutely unbelievable. In fact, it's the biggest Veterans Parade west of the Mississippi here
there you are.
in the city of Las Vegas. And I was there. Councilman Beers was there with me. Secretary of State Barbara Zagaski was there. Obviously, both our mayors were there. But people show up and they want to show respect and honor for our veterans, going all the way back to World War II.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely amazing. People are shouting, God bless you, and thank you, and thank you for your service. And, these veterans are kind of reliving their time with their, the people that they served with in the military. And the flags are all over the place. Absolutely amazing.
And this year, extra special because they had an F-35 flyover. F-35 is the military's new top fighter plane, and it had an appearance, albeit brief, because it was going so fast over the parade, but it also made a flyover over the parade, supported by Nellis Air Force Base, obviously.
I was sitting there on top of the fire truck, and you don't actually know when it's coming, and all of a sudden it's over you, and it's that sonic boom.
Yeah.
But when you see that, it just shows what a great country we have. We have such a great military, and these folks are putting themselves on the line to protect us every single day.
Yeah.
So I was very proud of that.
Well, I was proud of videographer Matt Sherwood, who managed to get a shot of that going by so
quickly.
It
was pretty fast.
Exactly. So it's coming, but you don't.
You got some great people working down here to get a shot of that.
Exactly. F-35 is not just lollygagging past; it's going pretty fast. So, good deal. And Councilman didn't stop there. Sun City had a wonderful Veterans Day celebration. This was a couple days before Veterans Day. But a lot of veterans out in Sun City, and this is an event you attend every year, isn't it? Don't you go for something that they do out there each year?
Yeah, actually, this is something I started with the Residence Forum. They have what's called the Residence Forum, and a couple of years ago, I asked them, well, what do we do to recognize the veterans in Sun City? Because we have many, going back to World War II, and we decided to partner up, and we do this. I believe this is the second or third one, and we pick a night, and we bring the veterans in. And the place was packed, and we have a guest speaker. This gentleman here is 98 years old, and he was in World War II. And we just have the spouses show up. The
ROTC,
the Rancho High School ROTC kicked it out there. We had Lieutenant Colonel Creel was there as a guest speaker who did a great job. There he is again talking about the military, and then you can see the certificates that we hand out to every one of our veterans from the city of Las Vegas, signed by myself and the mayor, and recognizing their service. And it's kind of a fun night, but again, we want them to know that we remember what they did.
Well, absolutely. It sounds obvious. But because of them, they've protected the freedom, especially those that fought in World War II.
Yeah.
The other wars.
But we had them from the Korean War, the Vietnam War,
right on through.
During peacetime, and we just want to thank them. We do a good job in Las Vegas, recognize our veterans, I think.
Oh, I think so too, because we're just getting started here. Not to be outdone by Sun City, Desert Shores also had a Veterans Day breakfast. This was actually on Veterans Day, that Friday the 11th, and we've got some pictures from this as well. Again, another big turnout. Lots of people show up at these.
Congratulations to Desert Shores. They do this every morning on Veterans Day. We had volunteers come out. I was out there, and we tell the veterans, you sit down, and we're going to serve you today. So these volunteers come around, and they bring them coffee, and they give them a nice breakfast. And once we do all that, a lot of them ended up going to the Veterans Day Parade because it was right after.
Perfect, yeah.
But these are volunteers coming out, and there's the whole group of them saying, we're going to take care of you this morning. We're going to give you a breakfast. Yeah. You'd sit down and relax.
You've earned it.
You've earned it, exactly. Yeah. So, again, another event. And there were many all over Southern Nevada
Oh, yeah.
recognize our
Well,
veterans.
another one in Ward 4 at the YMCA had a hoedown there, and it's also a Veterans Food Drive. This took place also on Veterans Day. I don't know how you made it to all this stuff. You were at the parade. You were at all four of these things. But this was also a nice event out there. Now this was like a dance or something?
Yeah, you know, we have the YMCA in Ward 4 at Durango and Gowan, and we do, it's a great partnership between them and the city. And we decided to do a country hoedown and get people out there. You know, we got the NFR coming up, and it was a great way to show people how to dance country western. I'm not that good at it just yet, but again, we recognized our veterans at this event also.
And collected food? Was there?
We collected some food
for homeless vets?
Yeah, we did. We collected food for homeless vets, and we want to make sure we take care of our homeless veterans. And it was kind of a great way to have a good time that night also.
Yeah, blending some fun in with some serious stuff too. That's great. That's really good. Well, needless to say, we didn't miss a beat on Veterans Day here in Las Vegas. We covered pretty much.
No, we did.
Pretty much everything. That was good. Good stuff all the way around. Councilman, it's the holiday time. Again, as we mentioned earlier, you're a former police captain with Metro. It's holiday safety tips. Already you're hearing about people who have gotten ripped off shopping, having their homes broken into.
Right.
It just always makes me feel so bad this time. Even their lights on their house stolen. I heard one person had some of their decorations taken right off the front of their house. Some tips for people this time of year from someone who knows. What should they be doing?
Well, the first tip is just realize there's some bad people out there that want to commit crimes, and they want to prey on other folks during these holidays, and they know people are walking around with cash, with credit cards, and presents, and their homes have stuff in them that are easily stolen because they're just wrapped. You can pick them up. So it's really about awareness. Always be aware of where you park your car at the store, where you're walking. Is it by a light? You know, do you have your packages hidden in your car? Put them in the trunk. Your credit card, be careful who you give it to because your identity could be stolen, especially your debit card. Your credit card is a lot safer than your debit card. Keep your house locked up. Just understand that and packages out, you know, Amazon's delivering packages.
Yeah, you hear about that. In fact, one of my neighbors had a package stolen right off the front of his front stoop of his house. Yeah.
So the biggest tip is just think. Think about what a criminal would want to do to you. And I don't want to tell you to think like a criminal, but you almost need to think like that. How could you be a victim of a crime?
Protect yourself.
And what can I do to not be a victim of a crime? And really pay attention to all that. If you go to the LVMPD website, they have some really specific tips on some things you can do. Yeah.
You have to be careful this time.
Don't ruin your holiday by being a victim of a crime. It's not good.
Exactly. Take the whole spirit of the season out for sure in a hurry.
And if you are a victim of a crime, try to pay attention to what happened, and let's get the police on it and catch these guys and throw them in jail.
Yeah. One thing I've noticed that Metro has now, a nice little feature, that if you have cameras at your house, you can let Metro know that you're willing to participate in a program where if there's a crime in the neighborhood, that you're basically making your video available to the police so that they can use that footage to help find the perpetrators.
Right.
So that's a good little tool too.
Yeah, Metro does that. Nextdoor, there's you can sign up for the Nextdoor app. People are starting to post.
Use that a lot.
Because people have these videos in front of their house that actually videotape the criminal breaking in or taking a package, and we can track those, or Metro can track those folks down. I keep saying we because I think I'm a cop still, but Metro can track those folks down.
Well, and with Crime Stoppers now too, there's a reward. So someone is going to, once you see who it is, someone's going to step forward and say, "Yeah, I know who that is. What's the reward for turning them in?" Right. So no worries. Councilman, you have some events coming up that we want to talk about real quickly. Holiday movie, Ward 4 holiday movie. I think it's Polar Express this year.
Polar Express, Yep. It's the holiday movie in Ward 4. Again, it's at Durango Hills YMCA, a great community center. It's going to be indoors, so you don't have to worry about the weather. But it's a great place to bring your kids and snuggle up and bring a blanket, and we're going to have all kinds of activities there. So you can see it's on December 16th at 6 p.m. We'll start the activities, and a little bit after that, we'll show the movie. But it's kind of like going to the drive-in without having to sit in your car. You can actually
right.
sit in a chair and watch the movie. But it's a lot more fun than going to the theater. It's just a lot of activities going on. So please come out.
December 16th.
And it's free.
Yeah.
Everything's free.
Always forget to mention that. Yeah, it's not going to cost you a thing. It's just a good time, and your tax dollars have funded it. So come on out and enjoy it. And then, Councilman, on December 10th, Saturday, December 10th, hazardous waste collection. This is important. We don't want a lot of this stuff getting thrown down the drain or into the landfill. So if you've got some things specifically that need to be handled carefully, you don't want to just toss it out with the rest of the trash, here's your opportunity.
Yeah, we actually do this in Sun City, Summerlin at the Mountain Shadows Community Center. It's obviously the Sun City residents have better access to it, but anybody from Las Vegas can come out and get rid of their hazardous waste collection.
And we've got a list on the screen right there what is considered hazardous these days. Things like batteries, light bulbs, oil, paint thinner, all the kind of stuff that you're not supposed to. Certainly you would never want to dump that down the drain, but we also don't want it going into the landfill. Yeah,
so go around your house, find out what looks like is a hazard, put it in the trunk of your car, bring it out to our collections center in Sun City, Summerlin. Republic Services will be there. We'll take it out and we'll dispose of it, or Republic Services will dispose of it properly, and you don't have to worry about it. So keep that in mind. If you're around from 10 to noon on that day, please come by and we'd be glad to help you out. Again, there's no cost to any of you. We want to make sure that our community is in good shape.
Yeah. Make some room in the garage then for all the presents you're going to be bringing home. So exactly. Councilman, we are about out of time here, but we want to tell everyone out there, we always want to hear from you. So if you have something you'd like to share with Councilman Anthony, maybe be part of our next social media segment, you can find him on Facebook and Twitter. You can also contact him the old-fashioned way. Pick up the phone, 702-229-6405, or send him an email. His address is santhony@lasvegasnevada.gov. And you do a lot on social media, a lot on Twitter and on Facebook, so you're always in touch.
And people are starting to go to our new website, and they're making comments there. So people will go to the website, find Ward 4, and punch in a comment or a question. And that comes right to me. And you guys did a great job on that website.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
It's absolutely awesome website. And you can go there and
sign up for the newsletter, which is free.
Yep, you can sign up for the newsletter and find out what's going on. So we are very open and transparent to the City of Las Vegas, and we're very proud of that.
We try to be every day. That's exactly right. Well, listen, happy holidays to you. Great having you on the show. Congratulations, Bapu.
Thank you.
On being a grandfather.
You're saying that pretty well.
Thank you.
I'm impressed.
Well, I got a good teacher here. So.
I'm sure there'll be more to come.
I hope so. I hope so.
Thank you very much.
And to you as well. Happy holidays, Councilman. And we want to thank you for joining us for this edition of Access City Council. Don't miss our next show beginning on December 15th with Ward 2 Councilman Bob Beers. And don't forget you can watch us live on the internet at kclv.tv. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time around.